Hi, Shep Hyken here, customer service and experience expert. Today, I'm going to talk about delivering small surprises to your customers. Now, I love a surprise, and think about the last time you received a surprise from a friend or a loved one. And it doesn't even have to be a big surprise. It could be something small, just something that proves the other person was thinking about you. Now, has this ever happened to you in business? I receive surprise appreciation gifts from clients. As a matter of fact, I just finished a small sample of chocolates that a client sent me just before I started to record this video. And of course, I love surprising others. But what I want to share now is the example of a surprise that came from the most unlikely source, the TSA, as in the Transportation Security Administration. Now, my friend and fellow professional speaker, George Walther, was returning from an event where he received an incredible award, Legend of the Speaking Profession. This is given to professional speakers who have contributed to the industry of professional speaking. And as with many of these types of awards, they are represented in the form of a plaque. Now, the plaque was beautiful, and George was very careful to wrap it really well as he placed it in his luggage. At the airport, George checked the suitcase and then, after his flight, went to the baggage carousel to retrieve it. Now, you may or may not know this, but checked luggage is x-rayed and sometimes even opened by TSA personnel doing random inspections to ensure the safety of the passengers. If you've experienced randomly searched luggage, then you'll know that the TSA leaves a card stating Notice of Baggage Inspection. On this particular trip, George's luggage was opened, inspected, and the obligatory notice was placed on top of his clothes. But there was something special about this particular notice. The TSA officer who inspected the contents of George's suitcase noticed the reward and wrote, "Congratulations, IAD." Now, IAD, by the way, is the airport code for Dulles Airport in the Washington, D.C. area. George not only smiled at the surprise message on the notice, but he also saved it. Years later, he shared it with me. He was still talking about this surprise, which is why I was compelled to share his story. So here's the lesson. How much effort did it take to surprise George? Not much. It took literally seconds for the TSA employee to write one word followed by the initials of the airport. It showed that the employee was paying attention and looking for the opportunity to surprise a customer. Now, I know customer is an interesting way to describe a passenger who undergoes a random TSA search, but I think you get the point. If a TSA employee inspecting luggage can surprise a passenger, it shouldn't be hard for you to find ways to deliver small surprises to your customers. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.